Hello everyone and welcome back. So last time we were working with Dino library, we got started by implementing a small Dino table. Today I would like to continue working with you and implement column types. The first thing I need you to do is to go to the URL above, clone the project and run an npm install. Then we will be ready to start. This is our project once we have cloned it, and I have run an npm install to get all the node module packages downloaded. So the first thing I'm going to do is run an npm start. Once my project has started, I can go to the browser and open my local host. So here's my Dino table. It is ready. It just doesn't have any column type implemented. And we're going to do that. Now we have our project up and running. The first thing we will do is we will open the app component TS. And here is the structure of the user columns that you see in the Dino table. First column type that we're going to use is the bottom type. So I'm going to uncomment this part and then save it. And this column is going to become type bottom. Let's go see the results. So as you can see here, the country column, it's now displayed as it was a bottom. Next, we will implement the link type of column. Let's go to the column email and uncomment the type link. Let's save it. And let's go to the result. Let's go see the results in the Dino table. So as you can see, the email column has switched to a link type. Next, we will implement a date format. For this, we're going to go to the date of birth column, and we're going to uncomment this type, but we're going to leave the format type commented. Let's save it, and let's go see the results. So now our day by default get this format display as the month, date, and year. Now let's go back to our code and uncomment the format value. Let's save this. And then when we come back to see the changes, you'll see that the format has changed. We can also come back, make another change, save it, and then this new format will be displayed. Next type we will implement is the images. So let's go back to our code and uncomment the picture column type to image. Let's save this change. And let's go see the results. So as you can see, the table is now displaying pictures. You can also control the width. Let's add width. Let's say 10 pixels. Let's save it. Let's go back and okay, 10 pixels is very small. So let's change it to 50. Let's save it. Let's go back. And now the image is displaying 50 of width. You can also implement the height. Next column we will implement is the icon type. If you come to the table, you can see that in the icon column, I am outputting icons. These are bootstrap icons. You can also use font awesome or line awesome. Let's go back to the code and we can change the type to icon. So let's go see the results. So now this icon is getting displayed. We can also, for example, implemented trash can. So let's see, trash. So let's get this trash icon. And maybe we want to implement this icon for the whole column. So what we do here is we add an icon property and we paste our icon here. Let's go see the results. So what is going to happen is that the table column is going to replace by an icon. So maybe you want to implement like a delete or trash functionality. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to implement a switch type. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the code and uncomment the type for the select column. And if you go to the Dinotable, you will see that the select column, it really has values of booleans. It can be true or false. So let's come back to the code and save this. Let's see our change. And you will see that the column has been replaced by checkboxes. So let's inspect the code and see whenever you click on an icon here, it is outputting the column that you click on and the record that you click on. So let's go back to the code. We control the state in our outer level of logic. So we want to keep controlling the state in our side, not in the Dinotable. And to do this, we're going to come in and comment this code. And then here what we're doing is we're checking that the column that they click on is the select column. If they're clicking on this, then we're going to find the index of that record. So for the record, we are going to switch the value of this in this column. So if it was a false, it's going to become a true value. And then we're going to clone the record and reassign it to the user's array. So let's save this. Let's go to see the results. So now you will see whenever you click on this, this is switching to the true value. Okay. So this click event is always getting called whenever you are clicking on something that is clickable in the table. But as you can see, the column type is changing. So you click there in the country, you click in the icon. So here you have gender icon. Well, that will be all. Thank you. Well, so now you can see our data table has become pretty dynamic by implementing column types. So these are functionalities that are pretty cool, and you're welcome to use them. You're welcome to use Dinotable. And if you have any questions, please, you can contact me. You can go to the Dino library guide and contact me over here. There is an email specifically for questions regarding Dinotable or Dinoforms. I'll be glad to receive your questions or suggestions or ideas. So for now, thank you very much for listening to this presentation, and see you next time.